Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission, to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
The Nikkor 800mm f6.3 PF. An absolutely incredible lens from Nikon that I'm just so happy to finally get to shoot with it. I've been waiting for almost a year for this thing, and it's everything I hoped it would be. It's just fantastic. Now, I actually shot an entire intro for this video and an unboxing of the lens, and somehow the audio got completely screwed up and is unusable, so I've got to shoot the whole video again. But anyway, here's a quick time lapse of that unboxing process. So the key things to know about this lens is that it is very lightweight, very compact, and very cheap, relatively speaking. Older 800mm f5.6 lenses typically cost $16,000 or more and were so heavy that you had to use them on a tripod. This one only costs $6,500, which is by no means cheap, unless you compare it to $16,000, in which case it looks like a bargain. And this thing is perfectly hand-holdable. I can carry this around and get pictures of birds and wildlife, steady video and everything, just, carrying around, shooting by hand. That's something you could never really do with an older 800mm 5.6 lens. So the PF 6.3 is very impressive in that respect, although I would recommend using a monopod with it. It does get kind of tiring, actually, carrying it around and using it handheld. It's quite a workout. It's doable, but a workout. Now, in terms of image quality, the 800mm PF is absolutely fantastic. I have no complaints in that regard. I love the bokeh I get from it. It's super sharp. Honestly, no complaints whatsoever in terms of image quality. So just in case it wasn't clear, I am shooting with the Nikon Z9 here. This lens and this camera were kind of made for each other, I think, and they go really well together. That's not to say that you can't use any other Nikon Z mount camera with this lens, because you absolutely can. Z6, Z6 II, Z7, Z7 II, and all the others will work great with this lens, but the Nikon Z9 will of course work the best. Anyway, on with the video. My initial impression of the autofocus is that it is very quick, and the vibration reduction, the image stabilization, if you will, is very effective. I can shoot with this even at fairly low shutter speeds, which is quite impressive for a long lens. I haven't, thoroughly tested any of this, or really thoroughly tested the lens at all, but my first impressions are very positive in this regard. So one of the perks of buying such an expensive lens is it comes with its very own custom bag, and this thing is really excellent. It's got a hard shell bottom to protect it from bumps and things. It's got all kinds of straps and compartments on it, and inside you see that the lens can be attached to my Nikon Z9 and fit very comfortably inside. It's really the ideal solution to carrying this setup for me, and I'm really glad that Nikon included it with the lens. I'm going to get a ton of use out of this, and it's really excellent. So I've had this lens over the weekend now, and I've had a chance to take a ton of photos and actually edit a bunch of them and do some pixel peeping. And I've got to say, I am even more impressed with the image quality now. It's just practically no vignetting that I can notice, and just super sharp. I have noticed that I have had to go up to fairly high ISOs, all the way up to ISO 25,600 to get sharp images, and have a high shutter speed for like wildlife photography in dimly lit conditions. But the Z9 can handle those highest ISOs really well. I'm really happy with my results taken at like ISO 25,600. It's perfectly usable. Let's see. I do have to say that I am probably going to order myself a really good monopod to go with this camera and lens setup, because it is quite heavy. I've been shooting with it handheld this whole time. It's been fine, but I find that if I'm shooting, like up into a tree like that, holding the lens, after a little while my arms get a little bit weak because it is quite a heavy setup. It's manageable for hand holding, but it is quite heavy, and I really do recommend the monopod or tripod if you're going to be shooting with it extensively for long periods of time. Yeah. Anyway, I just thought I'd bring those extra points here because I thought they were kind of important. So it should come as no surprise that my first impressions of the 800mm f6.3 PF are extremely positive. I absolutely love this lens, and I can't wait to shoot more with it. And thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe hit that like and subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. I'll see y'all again next time. Bye!